Hey, insanely awesome nation, Sunil Saxena coming to you from, well, my backyard. So nothing too exciting, but you can probably see a little bit as I talk. I'll pan over and back so you can see a little bit about it, I guess, about my backyard. You probably have maybe a little bit of AC hum in the back. It's a relatively hot summer right now in July, and actually August, sorry, and just bringing this video to you. So what I want to talk to you today about is just having a plan. Have a master plan. I was just listening to this podcast the other day about a musician, actually. My daughter's a musician, and she talked about how she finally got a Grammy nomination. She was 60 years old at the time, and you know, one of the biggest problems she said she had in her life is she never really had a plan. She said most of the people in the music industry just really don't have a plan. They just kind of do some things and hope, hope things happen, as we call it, hope marketing in the marketing world. So I would urge you not to kind of live your life or do it that way. Is have a plan. And first of all, you know, it's better to have any plan than no plan, but obviously we want you to have a good plan. But even if you don't, you know, have quote unquote a good plan, at least have a plan. Start the planning process, because even if you don't have a good plan and you execute it or you follow it, it doesn't work, then basically you can just revise it. If it's not working, just revise it. And that's what I recommend is that, you know, evaluate your results, and if it's working, great, keep doing it. If it's not, then just stop doing it. You know, another good friend of mine who's also a musician, I remember he actually was living with me at this house right here that I'm at for about a year, and again, he had recorded music, he'd recorded an album, and basically was playing local shows here in a relatively small town outside of Northern Virginia. And that was really his plan to make it in the music business, was just to, you know, put out an album, do some shows, and kind of hope that someone notices him. That's a very bad plan. In fact, I don't think he really had a plan. He just kind of did some stuff and was hoping something would happen. So again, you know, there was no whatever attention paid to, is the music good? You know, can I market it online? You know, what is my plan to get people to listen to my music? If it's good music and you introduce it to the right audience, you'll be very successful. If the music is an issue, well, then you need to go work on your music skills and get those improved. He was a very good performer, that I knew, but I think his music, the actual music he was producing, his original music, lacked a lot, and he could have improved that. But he would have only known that if he had a plan to get in front of an audience, and he would have gotten the feedback and taken it from there. So again, it's, you know, the plan is key. You got to have a high-level plan. And as the person I was talking about that finally got nominated for a Grammy, she said that once she started planning and putting stuff in place, that's when she started achieving success, and eventually it led into a Grammy nomination. You know, so that's really what I want to leave you with, is that if you don't have a plan, please go get a plan. I would say that 80 to 90% of people I meet either have no plan, or it's a very, very poor plan that they've really not put any time into, got no feedback on. They haven't strategically said, well, okay, let me implement this. If it works, great, let's keep it. If it doesn't work, then let's, you know, get a new plan and figure something out. About 10 or 20% of people are really good at planning and have trouble on the implementation side. That actually is me personally, is that that's why I'm probably really, really good at planning, but I don't always implement for various reasons that I won't get into right now. But majority of people, and I think if you're listening to this, you probably need to get a plan and if not, at least, you know, improve your plan. And so that's just so important. The last example I'd like to give you is my son, who's a competitive golfer. He's just starting high school here in a few months, so still kind of early in his development. And, you know, I've really instilled in him, again, along the way to improve, is you have to have a plan. We have a plan for his overall swing mechanics, that type of thing. We have a plan for his short game and putting improvement. We have a plan for his weight training and physical improvement. We have a plan for his mental game. So there's a plan for everything. And what we do is we just kind of let it play out for a month or two and see how things are going. And along the way, we identify what I call sticking points, which are, you know, what is the biggest thing holding you back from getting to the next level? And we just work really hard at overcoming those. And it's just amazing. You know, I wish I could show you video of his swing when 3 years ago, he was looked like a little boy, but, you know, his swing was, had kind of the basics. He always has had a good swing, but it was, you know, when you look at the details, it was way off. And we've taken that kind of the basic raw ingredients of that swing and really developed into something that if you look at a swing and you're a golfer, you'd be like, wow, that's a really good swing. Now he's working on scoring, taking that swing and actually producing good results, which this year in the last, I'd say 3 or 4 months, even up to 6 months, has really, really improved. So now we're starting to see the results. But again, we've had a plan at every stage of the way. And every few months we kind of look back and we evaluate and we say, okay, well, have we met our objectives, or are we, you know, do we need to now kind of get to the next level of the plan? Or no, we didn't really at all kind of meet these objectives. We need to go back and start from scratch and redo this. So again, that's really what I want to leave you with. That's why, you know, being successful takes, you know, the 10,000 hours or the 10 years or whatever you want to say, because it's this kind of a iterative process where you have to, you know, make a plan, implement it, see how it works. You know, a lot of the times it's not going to work like you want, and you have to go back and redo it and start from scratch. Sometimes, you know, it will work and you can move on to the next thing. So again, if you don't have a plan, go get a plan. If you have a plan but it's not working for you, revise your plan and be very, very proactive at it. Take massive action, as I always say. Go out there, make it happen. You know, just really, really be focused on your high-level goals and objectives. So that's all I have to say today. Hopefully it helped you guys. And as I always say, go out there and be insanely awesome. And let me see your results. And I just can't wait to see all the incredible things you guys are doing out there.